channel. My name is Loa Mkunu. Well, Loa Mkunu, but on here I'm Loa. Alright? That's how you guys are gonna get to know me. That's what you guys are gonna get used to. And if it's your first time being here, that's who I am. I am Loa. Right. Today I'm gonna be doing a confession session. I'm gonna be reading some confessions from the confession page, and I'm gonna tell you what I think, right? Like I said, I'm incorporating this so you can get to know me better, so you know my opinions and all of that other stuff. Okay. Now, one thing to know about me is that I'm an R-rated no, R-rated. I'm a PG person, right? So those are the type of confessions we're going to be reading, because some confessions here are nasty. Alright, so I'll read this first one. My partner and I are saving ourselves for marriage. My partner knows I've done the deed before, but I told him it was just with one person. I've actually slept with 4 men. I didn't tell him because I felt like knowing about the act was the important part. Am I wrong? Should I tell him? Okay, so you're starting your marriage off on a lie. I want to be as honest as possible. You're starting your marriage off on a lie. Let's start there. Right? If he finds out eventually, you're probably going to ruin your marriage. If he finds out now, he's probably going to be angry that you lied to him anyway. So I would recommend that, firstly, depending on your partner's character, which you should know, I think you need to tell him. No, I think you need to tell him. Because why did you lie? You see, it was going to be a different story if you were omitting. If you just didn't say anything, you guys didn't speak about partners, you guys didn't speak about previous experience, it was going to be a completely different story. But now you lied. Why did you lie? How are you starting off an entire marriage on a lie? No. Then again, I haven't had the most successful relationships, and that's because I'm extremely honest as well. So angazi, that department is angazi, but I wouldn't start off a marriage on a lie. If the topic had never come up, it would be a different story. But it did come up. You were asked the question. You know? Anyway, let's read the next one. I have 3 boyfriends and they all serve a different purpose in my life. Problem is they all want to commit and I cannot because they basically come with different stuff, right? I can't even give anyone advice on that because I just think it's wrong. I don't understand why you're juggling people. I'm not even going to sugarcoat that. I don't understand why you're juggling people. Here's another one that I liked. Not because it's good, but because it's very interesting. So this lady says, I genuinely do not wish my ex well. I know we're supposed to be mature. She had that in inverted commas. I know we're supposed to be mature. And say regardless of what happened, I wish you nothing but happiness. But nope. I hope he's suffering. I hope he suffers for the rest of his life. He must live in regret. Am I unhealed and bitter? 100%, but I don't give a dude. Right. Someone is speaking outside Bensumsin. Alright, so this one is one of the most interesting ones I've come across, and I think I've got more to say about this one more than any of these. Guys, it's a real thing. Not only is a real thing, and I do think that your feelings are very valid, but the only person suffering from not forgiving this person is you. He's not suffering. Whether you like it or not, he's not suffering. Whether you want to believe it or not, whether you think, let me tell you, just because someone hurts you doesn't mean they're going to suffer. Just because someone has hurt you does not mean that they're going to suffer. Just because someone has cheated on you doesn't mean just because someone betrayed you doesn't mean they're not going to be successful. Just because even if someone killed someone you know, it is not up to you whether or not their things brighten up or not. It's up to the only person, the Most High. A person could do the worst of deeds and turn out, with the best. depending how their karmic energy moves, right? They might suffer, but it doesn't mean that they're not going to succeed, because that's what grace is for. So you might not give them grace, but there is someone who's going to give them grace, and that's Jesus. So it's not up to you whether they're going to suffer or not. And let me tell you, newsflash, they are still going to succeed. The same grace that you have been given, they have been given that grace as well, because you're not perfect either. And that's why in the Lord's Prayer we say, forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who have trespassed against us. We are forgiven, so who are we not to forgive? Basically, that is what the Lord is saying. That's not what I'm saying, but that's what the Lord is saying. Because if it were up to me, I really would wish it would be transgressions had consequences, but then I would be in a dump. I myself would be in a dump because I'm not perfect. So what's going to happen is, because we have just established that his successes are inevitable, they're not in your hands, you're just going to suffer some more. And you are in charge of whether or not that suffering comes to an end or it doesn't. It's not up to you. His success is not up to you. I made an analogy with a bridge the other day, and I said, Uguti, imagine yourself on a bridge. Not on a bridge. Imagine yourself on a freeway. So it's a freeway analogy. Imagine yourself on a freeway, a couple of cars coming. You know, these cars are coming at you because you're on the freeway, right? One car is going to crash into you and you're going to get hurt. We're not sure how badly, but you will get hurt. So these cars in this analogy would be everything good that's going to happen in his life. One of it is going to break you. So I would advise that you just get off the freeway. Let his successes come past you. Let it not affect you. That's what they mean by forgiven for him, for you and not for him. Because he's got to move on with his life. And another thing is, what if he doesn't even care? Can you imagine if he doesn't even care about you? Or what you think, or what you're doing, whether or not you're successful? But here you are losing sleep on whether or not he's going to get successful because you think that he's going to suffer just because he hurt you. I am so sorry. I've got to be honest with you. Alright. So this one says, my boyfriend goes out drinking and I can't remember how he gets places. You're telling me he's going to remember cheating on me? He's not going to remember, my love. This is the most careless thing that I've read in a very long time. Why not there? Like, why not there? I couldn't be again. Why not there? These are the questions I'd ask him. How are you gonna take care of me if you drink so much that you can't even take care of yourself? How are you gonna take care of me if you drink so much that you cannot even take care of yourself? Of course he's not gonna remember if he cheated on you. He's clearly not in control of himself. If he doesn't change, it's dangerous. It's dangerous. It's either he puts his drinking thing under control, because he clearly has a drinking problem. It's either he gets that under control, or for your own sake you'd walk away from such, because getting drunk is a sin, guys. What are you getting drunk for? How are you not in control of yourself? How do you not remember where you were? How do you not remember what you did? Please, let's look at these things with the spiritual eye as well. Okay, not a spiritual eye. Ignore that statement. Here's another one. I think this is gonna be my last one, but we'll see. For months, my girlfriend and I planned to move in together. A month before, she hits me with, by the way, my 3-year-old is moving in too. Ma'am, I don't even water my plants. Now let's raise a whole human in a 1-bedroom. I said no, and she turned into Casper. She ghosted, distant, and cold. I didn't lose a girlfriend. I dodged a surprise promotion to stepdad. I agree. I agree with you. You guys should have had this conversation way before. You guys should have. You knew when you started dating her that she has a kid. What was your intention when you were dating her? What was your intention when you asked to move in with her? or agreed to move in with her if she's the one who asked you? What was your intention? She's got a kid. Guys, as a person with a kid, I don't want to lie. I would love, um, I'd love to date a person. That's just me going out there and being, putting it out there that I'm single. But I would love to be with a person who has a kid as well. And sometimes I feel bad saying that because um, it's like I want another family to break up and I don't want that. But the truth is, if it didn't work out with the mother of your child, and I would rather be with a person who has a kid because this would not be rocket science for them. They know how to consider things that the average person cannot consider or does not consider. You know, they know these things. They know the ups and downs of co-parenting and all of that, right? So this person, my guy's okay, I want to date you. I know you've got a 3-year-old. I want to date you. I want to live with you. What did you expect her to do with her kid? I blame her for not having that conversation with you. And I kind of, I don't want to say I blame her for having expectations out of you knowing very well that you don't have a kid, but I cannot have expectations from a person who didn't have a kid. I didn't know the first thing about being considerate when a person is a parent, including for my friends, like how they couldn't go out with us as often anymore. Like I knew, but I knew the shadow level of it, you know. So I genuinely blame both of you, but I would recommend, guys, I do think that you can find a partner who doesn't have a kid and still have it work out really well. However, to be quite honest, I think the best person who would understand is if, as abazali bengane niyajolana, as ama non bantwana people niyajolana nani Nkosi yami, because that's just gonna make life easier. That's a me thing, right? Anyway, the whole co-parenting thing, guys, I'm not even gonna get into that one. But the whole dating a person with a kid thing is a difficult topic, and I think this is, yeah, it's bad that the person didn't tell him, but I don't know what you expected. I'm sorry she didn't tell you, but I don't know what you expected. Especially because she's a mom. And what if the roles were reversed and you know you had a kid and it wasn't her? It's rare for guys to live with their kids. You know, the mom. But she's a mom. Where did you expect her to leave her kid? I blame both of you. Anyway, that is the last confession that I'm going to be doing for today. I'm probably going to do more, but I'm going to start off light. Tell me what you think. Write in the comment section if you thought I was talking a whole lot of BS. Let me know. That's what you're here for. But for now, I've got to go. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, and turn your post notifications on to be notified every single time I post. If you're a new subby here, please subscribe. But I get interesting, and my podcast is going to be back in July. I'm going to remind you guys of this all the time. My podcast is going to be back in July, so stay tuned for that. See you guys next time. Thank you for tuning in. Bye.